Hey everybody, how are you? It's been a long time. I don't think I've talked to anybody since, done a video since before my mom passed. And I'm taking a walk, and I want to get back into sharing about the breath, about life, about grief. So it's interesting because I gave myself the permission to really sit within the body and be in my grief. And was it comfortable? No. Was it needed? Yes. And I had that opportunity, many opportunities, while I was with my mom. I am studying to also become a death doula, which is interesting because I do breath work. But there's that period in life when death starts to change our bodies and our breath changes. And as I was with my mom through the end, she was going through that period of fighting to die. And it's almost like she was trying to take the last piece, that last layer, which is body, off. And in a lot of ways, I sat with her through that period, and part of me was kind of pulled into the energy of her suffering, which wasn't bad because this is our process of life. But it was hard to watch. And part of me really sat with my own doubt. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make her comfortable. I was going into my whole head piece. And my higher self or source or I am said, yes, you do. Do a breath session. And so I ended up sitting with her and allowing her, it is safe to surrender. It's safe to go where you need to go. It's time. You made that decision. And as we were sitting and I was holding that space, I realized, wow, there's even breath in death. And what a teacher she was for me through the other piece that I'm trying to develop within me, to hold space and be that beautiful essence of the bridge as we transition. Because we're all going to transition at some point. And it's been really fascinating also, and also sad, because there's so much of that happening in many layers of the world. And how do I surrender to this process and be the calm of the storm? To just hold the space and witness this shift. It's a huge shift. So what did grief teach me? Just that. Because losing your mother, this is actually my perspective from my, experience. It created a space, a hole within my life that I never knew would be there until she passed. And I had to kind of sit with that abyss, that hole, and allow myself to be really present within that she's not here anymore on this planet as a human being. And as I watched her go through her resistance of death, it was like her body and spirit were having a battle. When she found the power to surrender and allow faith and divine to hold her, it was really the most beautiful thing I ever saw, and her body just dropped. And it's the same that happens with breathwork, and how we meet that beautiful matter, which is body and divine. And I am continuously allowing myself to sit with that and be in that beautiful space of just being But in order to be, I have to do the breathing. Isn't that interesting? Because the inhale is the doing, and the exhale is being. And where does that take place? Within my body to help align me with body, soul, and spirit. So there's a song, which is interesting because today's Tuesday, from the Moody Blues, Tuesday afternoon. And there's a line in there about the trees are calling me, I have to find out why, or drawing me. I actually don't remember the exact. But as I do my walking in nature and grounding and breathing, wow, through my grief, nature is so carrying me, which is mother, which is earth, which is what I love, which is breath. And how we are so connected to this breath of earth and the universal rhythm of it. I will say that grief is a really tricky one because if I ignore it, I can go into dis-ease from the body, soul, and spiritual aspects. Body, grief is in our lungs. Pneumonia, bronchitis, breast cancer, heart disease, respiratory disease. On a soul level, disease, it's lack of hope, lack of faith, feeling very confused and lost, losing a sense of who I am, spirit, depression, unmotivated, not moving at all, and trying to go, yet can't, and then getting into, the space of depression. I want to share that my grief with my mom, I've had, many things in my life where I've lost, and even situations and homes, but the thing that was really the most profound about losing my mother for me was I don't think it was to be able to hold the space and be there with her, and to also just sit back and witness this journey of life. I mean, there was one point I was looking at my belly button and thinking, wow, that belly button was connected to my mother. That's so powerful. To really drop into this element of my being in that relationship, good or bad. It was my mother and what my mother taught me as a human being. And also to be able to sit in this emptiness, like I was sharing, and it's an emptiness it's kind of scary. But once I let myself breathe through it and allow myself to be connected, and I gave myself a pretty long time. I mean, I'm still in it too, but I'm ready to share with the world the process of this grief for me. Because I'm not going to be this person. I'm trying to educate people. That's all. And if this work feels calling, then sign up, do a whale breathing class, or come do a session individually, or do a virtual. Because it takes a lot of courage to meet our body. I was petrified doing this breath work. And then the breath work took me further, and even now it's taking me further because, like I said, I'm really realizing that not only in life, also in death. And to really honor the rhythm of life and what happened. And because even in a living situation, we have rebirth. But we have to let go of that old and allow the new. And that's where the breath is so beautiful. And that's what had to happen to me. I had to let go of a part of my life with my mother, even through the Alzheimer's. At least she was here. I even missed her in that aspect. But I know she was so ready to go. And it was a beautiful, beautiful experience to be present with her, standing in a circle with her children is what she wanted, and we were all there honoring that. And we got to do that with both my mom and father. In that, you know, I'm now hearing stories, so many stories, people wanting to be there, but they go and get a cup of tea and come back and they're gone. Or they went to make a phone call, or, you know, or take a phone call. So we got to witness the most beautiful thing, which was her stepping into a new place, going through the gate, and not being afraid to hold her as she did that. So I am glad to be back. And I sat down and there was a tree because, like I said, there's all these beautiful trees and nature. And it's such a gorgeous day. And it's Tuesday afternoon, and that's the song from the Moody Blues. Listen to it. Well, by the time this goes out, it will be Wednesday, but still, there's a lot of wisdom in that song because nature is our source of holding, of mother, of grounding. And as long as we're in this process, to be the calm of the storm, we have to breathe. Because our reactive and our anger is not serving. Well, I shouldn't say that. The anger's good, the bitterness is not. And there is a quote Maya Angelou said about that, but I don't know it by heart, so I won't say it. But it goes in the terms of don't hang on to the bitterness, feel the anger. Feel the fire of who you are, and let that be the voice. Because if we hold on to it, we become bitter. And it's the same with love. It's the same with joy. It's the same with grief. Energy in motion is emotion. Let yourself feel those feelings, because those feelings are going to guide us to the wisdom of who I am. And every single person that's watching this video deserves to be standing in the magnificent person they are, because every one of us has something to bring to this world. That's why we're here. So it's great to be back. I hope you guys enjoy my video, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. And like I said, I have a virtual class on Thursday, the 27th at 4 o'clock. It is recorded, so if you can't make it, you can have it. And all you got to do is take a half hour, 15 minutes of pausing and breathing. But there's a way in which you have to breathe. It's not the fear or flight, short, shallow, because that is going to create the dis-ease. And to find out more, sign up. Okay, you guys, great connecting. Have a glorious day. And I am Mary Rondenet, the owner of Blooming Rose Healing and the founder of WhaleBreathing, which is conscious breath. Take care.